Lesson 256. God is the only goal I have today.
Hi there. Instead of mindlessly wandering through our daily activities, wouldn't it be great to root ourselves more deeply in the purpose of our life? Let's see if Lesson 256 can help us shed some light on this.
God is the only goal I have today.
The way to God is through forgiveness here. There is no other way. If sin had not been cherished by the mind, what need would there have been to find the way to where you are? Who would still be uncertain? Who could be unsure of who he is? And who would yet remain asleep, in heavy clouds of doubt about the holiness of him whom God created sinless? Here we can but dream. But we can dream we have forgiven him in whom all sin remains impossible, and it is this we choose to dream today. God is our goal, forgiveness is the means by which our minds return to him at last. And so, our Father, would we come to you in your appointed way? We have no goal except to hear your voice, and find the way your sacred word has pointed out to us.
In other words, this world is just an illusion. By now, you might already be familiar with this concept. As we've learned in previous lessons, in this world of illusions, forgiveness is just another illusion, but we might say it is the ultimate illusion, the one that ends all other illusions. Let's repeat some concepts we've reviewed in previous lessons.
Forgiveness is an illusion that answers all the other illusions. Forgiveness is where illusions end. While forgiveness is not the absolute truth, it shows us the way to it. It's the end of dreams, because it's a dream where the Son of God wakes up to his true self and his Father, knowing they are one.
Only my condemnation injures me. Only my own forgiveness sets me free.
So, the bottom line, forgiveness is an illusion that operates within the realm of the illusory world, since in ultimate reality, there is nothing to forgive. Yet, forgiveness is the means to dispel all other illusions and awaken to the truth.
Lesson 134. Let me perceive forgiveness as it is.
Through forgiveness, we extend our perception beyond our physical senses, transcending the limitations of our worldly view and opening our hearts and minds to ultimate reality.
Lesson 247. Without forgiveness, I will still be blind.
The world we see might point our attention to our own and our brother's guilt. Forgiveness allows us to see our and our brother's innocence. When we believe in sin and in separation from God, we are simply lost, far from our deepest nature, which is always in a state of unity. If we didn't hold on to these beliefs in sin and separation from God, then we wouldn't need a path or method to realize our true self, because we'd always be aware of it. We would never feel lost or separate to begin with. We would know who we are. And we wouldn't remain asleep, doubting our holiness, which has remained the same since God created us. Nevertheless, here in this world, we cannot do anything else but dream. The last step of our awakening is not something we can take ourselves. As suggested, for example, in the introduction of Part 2 of the workbook for students.
Our daily exercises are merely the beginning. We sit in silence, and we wait for God our Father, knowing that he will take the last step himself.
But while we are in this world of dreams, awaiting our Father, we can dream we have forgiven.
Lesson 62. Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world.
We can dream we have forgiven all our brothers.
Lesson 249. Forgiveness ends all suffering and loss.
We can dream we have forgiven ourselves.
Part 2, Section 1. What is forgiveness?
We can dream we have forgiven the Son of God, who in reality couldn't sin in the first place. This is the dream we choose to dream today. God is our goal, forgiveness is the means by which our minds return to him at last. This is how we'll find our way back home.
God is the only goal I have today.
God is the only goal I have today.
God is the only goal I have today.
Isn't that just inspiring? Shall we fully embrace this idea that our path to divine happiness is paved with the simple acts of forgiveness? Does this resonate with our deeper need to align ourselves with our true purpose in life? Keep on practicing morning and evening as we've been doing. And stop for a moment every hour to remind yourself of today's profound idea. If you find yourself caught in some hectic dream today, simply remind yourself,
God is the only goal I have today.
and as we are still in the middle of the section What is Sin, we can see how the concept of sin is addressed by recognizing that the way back to God is through forgiveness. Sin is the illusion of separation that clouds our awareness of our true sinless nature. By choosing forgiveness, we dispel these illusions, awakening from the dream of sin and doubt. With God as our only goal, forgiveness becomes the path to remembering our oneness with Him, where all sin is impossible and we return to the peace and certainty of His love. But if you're new to this section or need a refresher, look out for the video link that will appear on your screen at the end of this video. Or check in the video description below for the link to section 4.
God is the only goal I have today.
God is the only goal I have today.
God is the only goal I have today.
You're on the right track. And you're doing fantastic. See you tomorrow for another transformative lesson. Quick note before you go. Making these videos is a labor of love, but it's still financially challenging. If you've found value in what you've watched, please consider supporting with a donation. Even the humblest contribution means the world and ensures the continuation of these daily lessons. Thank you for your generosity.
Did you enjoy the video and find it helpful? Please give it a like and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have a new lesson every day. And if you've been with us for a while, please consider supporting the channel. There's a lot of love behind these videos. Check out the video description for more details.